I'm going to phrase it this way. If changes are made on NCAA level, I have to believe that it will force education changes in the high schools because of what you just said. If something is not implemented on the high school level as far as curriculum core changes, it will definitely not be successful on the college level, but you got to make a change somewhere. And for college athletics to succeed on all levels, Title IX, men's, women's sports, ancillary sports, profiteering, profit revenue sharing programs, BCS, it won't matter if you don't make a stand somewhere. And apparently the new sheriff in town, President Emmert, is making a stand, and we still hadn't figured out what exactly is going to happen. And it falls back to this one particular school. What will be the final word with Ohio State, because the season is getting ready to get started, and all those parties involved are now have been moved on. Well, I'm going to say it like this: will Ohio State bite the bullet for everybody else, or will there be a body slam and then we'll move forward?
Excuse me, we'll see, because Ohio State meets the NCAA and what is it called, the infractions committee on Friday.
And I still that phrase still has not come up in a conversation. Lack of institutional control.
Correct.
For whatever reason. So when you look at this, even from the inside or outside,
and because you haven't heard that, it seems like they will not get hit as hard as USC.
Right, and we all know that was a lack of institutional control.
But USC could argue Ohio State had more lack of institutional control than we did. So why are they getting, in comparison, a potential slap on the wrist compared to what we got? And
the basic difference between the two schools: one, you have a paper trail; one, you have a trail period, and the other, you have it's all about verbal. And when you have a paper trail, it's all in the third party. And the folks involved have been long gone from the school.
This is all too serious for me. Is there anything on a happy athletic note that you want to add to the KG Ward Wildcat podcast this week, sir?
Yeah. Friday night, college sports start here in town. It'll be HBU and Rice women's soccer, I know, but hey, college sports get started, then you know.
That's important to you. That's what you do. So that's right. That's fun.
It gets started, and that means within a week or 2 weeks, college football will be moving. Labor Day weekend, the 3rd of September, Rice and UT, U of H and UCLA. It's almost right now. It's at a corner flip, and it'll actually depend on what I see in practice is where I will decide on where I'll be that day. Okay, it'll be that simple. Since we don't have a Labor Day Classic schedule,
well,
for whatever reason,
technically,
no.
Technically, it's not Labor Day Classic. It's just moved back a week later. Prairie View, Texas Southern will play each other, but it's not Labor Day weekend. It's to be the following weekend. But I don't blame Prairie View. You had an opportunity to be on television.
Folks, you got to go with the money.
Play in the Swag Bag Challenge. Hey, I got no problem with that. Makes sense to me.
One other thing, and this is high school, on August 27th at Del Mar Field Stadium. It'll be the Booker-Bryan Classic between Booker T. Washington and Yates. Folks, come out and watch.
Game time is set yet?
Yes, hold on. Game time is at 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure here?
Because, you know, as a Wildcat stated, college athletic kicks off Friday. Well, the NFL preseason starts on Thursday. So all you football fans out there rejoice.
Here it is. Kickoff is at 6 o'clock p.m. Jack Yates Lions and Booker T Washington Eagles, Saturday, August 27th, Del Mar Stadium. Pre-game festivities start at 5 o'clock. Brought to you by King Arthur Productions. The King Arthur Production crew, which I am a part of, www.kingsideview.com. This is the 5th Ward Wildcat, college sports reporter.
And that's going to wrap it up for us. I'm KG Chris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. Catch me on my website, www.houstonroundballreview.com. Both of us are on Twitter. All this information you can see on the website. Hope you enjoyed this wide-ranging podcast today.
We got into a long discussion with about the NCAA, but that's who we are.
That's who we are.
Because that concerns both of us, because what transpires out of this summer's retreat, this summer's discussion, will be put on the table and voted by the presidents and the ADs during the year.
And keep in mind, I think August 22nd, another meeting with the NCAA meeting of the minds will involve basically the Longhorn Network,
right?
And those ramifications. So that'll be another topic for a future podcast. And you know, I'm sure you heard the last couple of days, and I don't know if it's what's happened thus far today, but the A&M Board of Regents is discussing potentially into the SEC. We got time. And immediately.
We got time. We got time.
So that'll be another topic for discussion.
And that's happening. That discussion is ongoing. Things are moving in a fast clip, and basically what it has boiled down to, Longhorns went and got their network, and the folks at A&M says, look, we're tired of sitting in the back, sitting in the kitchen. We need to be sitting in the living room at the front door.
And so that
especially with us winning, right? That's winning,
and probably they'll win a head-to-head matchup again this season, and probably finish ahead of the Longhorns in football once again this year, and most of the athletics this season as well. So that'll wrap it up. Once again, this is KG. That's for Wildcat. Hope you enjoyed this podcast, and as I always do, wrap it up in my closing conclusion: be true, be cool, and do more.